Hello, friends. It is so good to see you. Thanks for being here. I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother. It's Thursday. That means it's time for the Tarot Topics Weekly Newsletter Recap. We're streaming live on YouTube, but also right now on Facebook and Twitch. And you can see we're doing a lot to up our streaming game, and I really appreciate your help in making that happen. So this week's topic is chakras, the wheels within. I did a little bit of a dive into how chakras came to the Western world. I talked about how scams can sometimes be involved with this. Oh, Liz, thanks so much. I'm glad you liked the newsletter. We had a tarot reading for chakras, a warning about scammy communities that build around charismatic leaders, and that's what we did. So today we are going to do readings. Make sure your parents are late, so you're very briefly here, right? That is fine. I see your question, and I will get to it quickly. We are going to do readings on chakras, any questions you have. But if you can't think of a chakra-related question, since chakras cover every aspect of life, just ask a question about your life and I will do my best to answer it. I also want to remind all the members on YouTube that we have a members-only session tonight, deep dive readings. Please join us. All right, let's get going. Let's go over to Card Cam. All right. Are you liking my springtime aesthetic? All right, mix you here. Maybe you're still here. Thanks for being a member. Great newsletter. Thank you for talking about this. I'm not a meditator. I can't afford to buy red underwear right now, so I'm wondering how I can best support and heal my root chakra. I'm not rushing, mix you here. You just happen to be early, so we can get you. And your parents happen to be late, so how good is that? And thank you for your kind words. Yeah, I'm looking for some cute right now for sure. Okay, so I'm going to do a reading on this, although I have some ideas personally as well. What do the cards say? How can Michelle best support their root chakra? That's the question. What's the answer? Yeah, it's exactly what I was going to say. It's about affirmation, because the root chakra is really about feeling supported, feeling connected to the earth, feeling like you're going to have everything you need, feeling like you have a right to be here, feeling comfortable in your skin, and absolutely the fact that you have hip issues, I would look to the root chakra for that. I really would. And so what I think you need to do that will take no meditation and no money is affirmations. I am safe. I have a right to be here. I will be able to attend to all my needs. I will have what I need. I deserve to have what I need and more. Just affirming those things will do so much. All right. And for anyone who's struggling with root chakra stuff, there it is. You know, it can be that simple. Okay, Vaishali, so glad you liked the newsletter. Caroline McLaughlin, yours is the next question, I see. Thanks for being a member for more than affirmations, right? Yeah. Easy enough. You know, that might be a fun workshop that we could do, like just how to craft good affirmations and how they work, and how to use tarot to help. Is that a good idea for a workshop? And if it is, would someone send me a message to do that? Okay, Mixure says, yes, it's a workshop. Good, send me a message, please. All right, because you know I'll forget, you know. Like, the me that is here with you is not the me that is not the me that is always thinking and planning workshops. You know what I'm saying? Right. Affirmations are like a mini meditation. There you go. All right. So here we are. Caroline, we're doing you. Thank you for your kind comment about the newsletter. Which chakras need your attention at this time? Okay. I am going to. Oh, Heather, I see your really good question and cannot wait to answer it. Oh my gosh, it's everything. It's everything. Okay. Yeah, tarot spreads for affirmations too. It's a great idea. So, Caroline, I'm going to take this. Like, this could be a lot of things, but I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking right away with this card, Caroline. It's the heart. It's the heart. I think your heart is wide open with the people you work with. I think your heart is naturally wide open, which is great. But I think it takes a beating. And I feel like you could use to learn how to keep it open and protected. Open and protected. That's what I would say. Let me know what you think. Does that resonate? Let me know. Vaishali, here's your question. My question with chakra healing. Do I need to do it? And what is my entire chakra balancing trying to tell me? All right. Hey, Wendy, good to see you. All right, let's see what we got. Do you need chakra healing? I mean, do we? I think we all do. I think we all do to some extent, really. Although there's nothing here that says to me, yes, 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 more than the rest of us. Oh, Caroline, good. I'm glad that resonates. Good. What does your entire chakra balancing tell you? You're very up in the emotions. Like I feel like you could use, like, I feel like from heart up, you're really okay. Even though your throat gets blocked a lot, you're really okay. I think it's the first three, 1, 2, 3, that are really hard for you, especially with anxiety. And I know there's someone else here dealing with anxiety, and I'm going to say this. Those first 3 chakras, we think it's the throat because we're afraid to speak. But if you feel safe, if you feel loved, and if you know your will, and that's your first 3 chakras, the rest are just going to fall in line. And I think that's true for you, Vaishali, and really for all of us, mostly. All right, Melissa, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years, my friend for longer. And thanks for using members only emojis. Oh, Melissa, can you say more about that? Melissa says, I've heard sacral is connected to the throat as well. The 3 bottom would be root, sacral, solar plexus. So base of the spine, right below the belly button, and right below the rib cage. Those 3 areas is what I would say. All right. And can I say this? Can I say this? I don't know if I should say this while we're broadcasting, but I'm gonna. We talk about the base chakra, the root chakra, chakra 1, being at the base of the spine. But that's because none of us want to stand up there when we're leading a meditation and say, now everyone breathe into your taint. Can I say that? I did say that. But it's true, because that's really where it is. And we're much more comfortable saying base of the spine, but that's the coccyx, which is in, the actual physical geography, really nowhere near the perineum. So there's that. So when you're working with your root chakra, you heard it here first. There it is. Well, it is literally that area, the area that gets cut in the episiotomy. It's not really the vagina. It is the area right next to the vagina. Okay, Heather, very good. Understood. Take care. Okay. Okay, Melissa, that some people just try to heal their throat, but there is a direct connection with the sacral, so you need to work on both. I get that because it's very often our parents who are first to tell us, like, I have a very loud voice. I have a loud, piercing voice. And if you've been with me in person, you know it's true. They should have named me Blair. And I try my best to keep it, but it is my voice and it is who I am. And when I was growing up, like I can hear my mother, Christiana, lower your voice, lower your voice. And so, like for me personally, I can see that connection between the root and the sacral, like very, very clear. I'm sorry, between the throat and the sacral, very clearly. So that makes a lot of sense. All right. So here we go, Melissa. Thanks for your kind words. I was thinking about you very specifically, Melissa, when I was writing this, because I know you have a good Reiki person. And I was thinking, what's Melissa going to think about this? Is she going to know the difference? Is she going to know that I'm not talking about her person? And you did. Of course you did. My Reiki master has told me stories about clients getting scammed out of thousands of dollars by practitioners who claimed their chakras were fried. Sad that. Such scammers are out there. Oh my gosh, yes. I picked up a copy of Wheels of Life. Love it, love it, love it. Flipped to a random section, landed in the root chakra chapter. So I guess the universe wants me to ask about that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And I see some great comments I'm going to get to in just a minute, but let me do this reading. So Melissa continues to say, what is the best way to ground myself and heal any root chakra issues, like all of them, because you were not raised to value yourself. You were raised to believe, because you're a woman, that your value is based on your service to others exclusively, your service to a husband, your service to a family. And so, yeah, root chakra, absolutely yes. What is the best way to ground myself and heal any root chakra issues? Unless you feel called to talk about a different chakra needing attention. No, I'm down. I am down with the root chakra. Melissa's like, indeed, yeah, yeah. So, I love the red underwear thing. It is always good when you question authority. Like that is a thing. I think as you question authority but here's the thing. You can't just question authority. You also have to put your faith in something. What are you grounded to? Like, how do you ground if you don't know what you're grounded to? And you are raised to be grounded to a particular set of ideals that do not serve you. So I think what you have to do is figure out, what are you grounded to? What are the things that you know to be true, that are true about you, that are true about the planet, that sustain you? And I know with root chakra, we don't really talk about beliefs, but if you think about it as being that most essential sustenance, what do we believe about what supports us? Like, that's real. So there it is. Oh, Rebecca Dusk, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member. As someone with complex childhood PTSD, I'm sorry. Every word you said about the root chakra would have applied to me and my brother. No safety, no right to exist. Yeah. I'm so sorry. But there it is. And, Melissa, love it. Thank you. You are welcome. Let me just get to some of these comments. Nick, good to see you. That's so true about the first three chakras. I know my entire core is a mess. We'll see about that when I get to you. I feel it. I think it's where I've been inadvertently storing all the bad stuffs, trauma, grief, anxiety. Yeah, that can happen. Oh my goodness, you're another one, Wendy. My daughter and my family always say I'm too loud. My daughter told my granddaughter, one day you will learn Mimi can get loud. That's funny. Oh, and you're a Mimi. That's so good. It's turning out I'm grandma. That's who I'm going to be, and I'm fine with it. I am absolutely fine with it. Hey, Light Seeker, thanks for following. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I know that on Twitch, I'm very, very new to Twitch, and I'm not sure I'm set up to get your comments yet and to get your questions, but I will be. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, interesting. And your mom makes you feel bad about your soft voice, Nalini. So what is this with mothers criticizing our voices? What is up with that? It's a thing, man. And now I'm thinking, did I criticize my kids' voices? I don't know. I don't think so, but it's a whole thing. And Trey, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member. I did have someone do Reiki on me, a free session by a friend of a friend. I was shocked at how much I felt from it, right? Reiki, when it's really done, when it's not just someone saying they do Reiki and not doing it, when it's really done, it is powerful AF. I encourage everyone to give this a try, for sure. Despite them not putting any hands on me, it felt as like they were. Very interesting. I think it's one of those things that are very real, but have to weed through the BS. Yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure. And there's questions. Oh, Tara Whittewer, thank you for following. Okay, big guess. Anyone want to make a guess as to who Tara Whittewer is? Anyone want to make a guess? That is the handle of someone we all know and love. All right. All right. Where are we? We could have a conversation about this for for so long. Okay. Here we go. Oh, Melissa, I had a thing when I was embarrassed to sing when I was a kid, like at dance class when we had group routines. Definitely fits in with all that you're saying about moms and expectations. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay. Jeannie Mnuchin, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. We appreciate you. My feeling is that the root and the heart chakra need the most attention at present. Is that true? And what can I do to address the needs of those two chakras? Okay, let me show you how I'm going to handle this. Nick, welcome, mysterious Tara Whittewer. All right, Jeannie. So we're going to say root and heart. Root, heart. Yeah, especially the heart. Like the root. It's interesting. We've gotten Hierophant around root a couple of times, and I think that's very interesting because there's a lot of dogma around how we should support ourselves and how we deal with money and how we deal with what we eat, all of the things. And especially as we get older, there's a lot of dogma about what we should and should not do as we're older. So I'm going to say with the root chakra, it's about getting rid of any dogma having to do with money, well-being, age, your right to be here and your right to do what the heck you're doing. Yeah, that all needs to go. And the heart. There are ways that you do not always know that you are loved and lovable and loving. There are ways you do not always know that. So I feel like, you need to be telling the heart chakra and just breathe with that. Just breathe with the idea that, love is something that happens between people, but it's also a universal energy that's all around us. And we can just bring that in. And so, I think you have to change what you're telling your root and what you're telling your heart. Ness comes in and says, we need another chakra class. Yeah, we do. We really, really do. So if anyone, I've got the schedule done for April. We're getting that up now. If anyone wants to message me asking for a chakra class for May, happy to do it. All right, that was Jeannie. Fabborn, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. So, presently, I almost have to crawl as my lower back and buttocks are painful. I'm doing exercises. I know it's medical. Yeah, definitely see a doctor. Because, I'm going to say this as intuitive as I am, and I'm pretty good at knowing what's going on with other people, but never have I been right for myself. Like if I have a pain somewhere and I'm like, oh, this is what's probably going on with me, never have I been right, ever. So see a doctor. I'll be right about you. I won't be right about me. That's how that is. Okay. I know it's medical. However, could this also be a root chakra issue? Damn straight it could be. Yeah. So let's take a look, and it makes sense. You just lost your mom. Your home is in question. And there has been a lifetime of assaults to your root chakra, as far as I can see. So let's take a look and see what we can see about that. I do think it's a root chakra issue. What can you or should you do for the root chakra? I feel like you have been taught that everything needs to be reciprocal. I mean, on some level, energetically, it does. But I feel like you're dealing with people with a little score sheet. Like, well, we did this and this and this for you. What did you do for us? And I don't know if that's something from your past or if it's now, but this score keeping feels really difficult. And I think that sort of tightens things up and makes you feel like you just don't have a right to exist. And so you need to recognize that over the course of time, the voices of other people have made you feel unworthy of your own existence. And that's the thing that has to shift. Hey, Smile Soul 20, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. 64, Amy Penn, I'm glad you're here. Oh, what deck is this? This is my very beat up pocket version of Morgan Greer. And when was Morgan Greer published? I do know. Yeah, hang on. You know what's going to happen here. To see when a deck is published, I'm going to need these glasses. And I can tell you, U.S. Games, okay, came out in 79. This is a really classic deck. The small version in the tin came out in 2015. Now I need to be able to see you. All right. All right, 64, Amy Penn, you are up next. It's good to see you. What chakra do I need to find a job and people I love? All of them. But let's see, like, where can you put your focus? Man, is this just a whole? Exactly, Febborn. Exactly. There it is. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly right. Okay, here we go. Here's the problem I'm having is we've talked a lot about the root chakra today, a little bit about the heart, a little bit about the throat. And I'm feeling like a broken record, but I'm thinking one, in this case, is corresponding to the root chakra. I really do. And I'm sorry to just be like root chakra, but here we are. And probably that's for a real reason. We probably all need root chakra work. So 64, Amy Penn, I'm looking at you with this right now. Root chakra, recognizing that you're deserving of these things, recognizing that there's no reason in the world you can't have these things, that these are things that you need and they'll be there. So yeah, I think it's root chakra. Nalini, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for using members only emojis. Which of my chakras needs clearing and what's the best way to do so? I love that. Well, I got 64 Emmy Pen. You are very welcome. I got an answer to my prayers. It's not the root chakra. I mean, we all need root chakra work. I'm pretty sure of it. But for you, Nalini, it's solar plexus. It's your sense of will and direction. It's your ability, and that's your fire chakra. So the idea of like stoking a fire within that is going to move you forward in accordance to your own, with your own creativity and your own will. It's about knowing your will and acting in accordance to your will. So, third chakra, whose color, by the way, is yellow. Okay. Okay, Trey, good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. Would love to hear about my chakras. What's the strongest working and what needs some work? And would yoga help? So I am one of those people who broadly believes that yoga helps just about anything. Although you got, I mean, obviously there's a million caveats that go along with that. But I do think yoga is very good for chakras in general. I do believe that. Strongest? Interestingly, it's your throat. And I think that's because you're a writer. And what needs some more work? Funny, also the throat. That's so interesting. The throat is the strongest, but it's the one that needs work as well. And that makes sense because you're a writer. Like, does that make sense or am I just full of it? I don't know. I think it makes sense. I think it's that you, and we can also say third eye is very strong, brow chakra is very strong with that Page of Cups. But I think you fear. I think your throat chakra is strong because you have a good voice, but you fear the use of that voice. And that is your conundrum. So I think you need to claim the strength of your throat chakra fully. Yeah, it's hard for you to speak out when you need to. There it is. There it is. All right. There's fear there. I understand. I understand. And I mean, sometimes we do have to be careful about what we say and to whom. I mean, there's some of that fear is realistic, but a lot of it isn't. Hey, Ness, good to see you. Madiha Ness, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. How are you? Just had you. You were here a minute ago. Gosh, give me a minute. I just overscrolled. Wow, I totally overscrolled. Give me a minute. There you are. I found you. Okay, Ness, I got you. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Yeah, it's true, Trey. A lot of people in the world don't like the truth. Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. And it's always your truth, whether it's right for anyone else. It's always your truth. So, yeah, there you go. Okay. Ness, here we go. Oh, not your question, but a good comment. I only tried yoga when I was 5 months pregnant. I kept tipping with my big belly, and everyone else had been doing it before pregnancy. It was great, peaceful, and calming for me. Yeah, yeah. All right. Next question. Divine timing. Love this week's newsletter. Thank you. Is there such a thing as your chakra being too open? I mean, we had just talked about the chakra, the heart chakra, being like the heart being open but unguarded. So I think there are times that we can be open but unguarded in a way that isn't great. Even with meditation and Reiki, I still experience high anxiety. What am I missing? I do not want to take any medicine, as I'm sure there's a healthier way to calm my nerves. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you're experiencing high anxiety, that can be so many things, and it can be medical. And, I think you're jumping to treatment without getting a clear diagnosis. And I think that you are concerned about talking to a medical professional because you're afraid that all they will do is suggest medication, which I'm sure they probably will. Oh, am I taking readings? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Vanna Knight White, good to see you. I am indeed taking readings. Yes, yes, yes. I am, and I'll get you in, like, I'll get you in quickly. I'm simulcasting on a lot of channels right now, but I will get you in quickly. We're talking about chakras primarily. So if you have a question about chakras to read on, absolutely. But since chakras cover everything in life, you could ask a question about anything in your life, and I'm happy to answer it. Go right ahead. All right, it's great to see you. Okay, so divine timing. I think we really have to look at what's going on for you. Is the anxiety chakra related? I mean, I'm sure that's part of it, but I also see you getting into these mental spirals where you overthink and think about the worst things that could possibly happen or things that did happen that you wish didn't, and it just turns into a whole thing. And I don't think you should feel bad about having meditation and Reiki not fix that. It's okay. What can you do to fix that? Oh, Wendy, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, Ness, I see you. I'm gonna finish divine timing. I'm gonna do Vanna Not White, and then I'll go back and pick up Ness's question. I'm sorry I missed it. Okay, thanks. Thank you, both Ness and Wendy, for catching that for me. Okay, so back to divine timing. Should you see a doctor? You really don't want to. I get that you really don't want to. Should you see a therapist? I also get that you really don't want to. So what should you do in terms of the things that you're willing to do? What are the things that might help your anxiety right now? Divine timing. You need downtime. I think you're hard on yourself. I think, do I recommend that you see a doctor, a therapist, whatever? Yes. But if you're not gonna, I think I don't think this is a chakra issue as much as it is an issue of overload. And I think some of that overload is coming from you, but some of that overload is coming from external forces. If you can learn to sort of shut out some of that, and that's like where we talk about chakras needing to be more guarded. So you know what I'm going to say? Boundaries. It's all about boundaries. That would help. Nick, I have not done you. Okay. Now Vanna Not White. Do I have your question yet? Yes. Yes. Vanna Not White, so good to see you. Believe it or not, you are the very first person that I'm interacting with on Twitch. I am brand new on Twitch. And so I'm just super excited and super grateful to you. Here's the question. I was wondering if Todd would have any regrets about this connection ending. I was very confused about how stuff ended. So when we look at Todd before it ended, like he was all in. It was so sweet. It was so nice. And it was feeling really good. I understand why you're confused, for sure. When we look at how it ended, oh my gosh, very confusing and very weird. And I think coming from Todd, right, he was eager to impress you. I totally get that. But I think from the beginning, I don't think this is conscious on his part. I think it's really, really, then claimed he realized he wasn't ready despite it not adding up. Actually, it does add up because, excuse me for saying this, and I mean no shade on Todd. I think Todd is probably doing the best he can, right? Vanna Not White is such a great name, right? So Vanna, I think Todd is just not very well developed emotionally. And in the beginning, I think he was fully all in because he loves that new relationship energy. And in that new relationship, everything feels possible. I think he's one of those people that is in love with romance, but can't handle the actual heaviness when the relationship gets real and we actually have to deal with each other. I can agree with that because me taking it poorly seemed to make him more upset than him upsetting and switching up on me. Yeah. So he is definitely the villain in this story, but he's not going to regret it because he doesn't know it was not intentional villainry. This was him unintentionally revealing himself to you as completely emotionally incompetent. And so here's what you need to know, Vanna. What you got was the very best he had to give. He claimed he was talking with his friends the next day, made him realize he isn't ready, and then also went to say the connection didn't feel strong. And all of that may be true from his perspective. I don't think he was ever ready. I just think he doesn't understand how to do relationships. And so now you're left like, but it was so good. It was so good. That was the best he had to offer. You got the best out of him, whether that was a day, 2 weeks, 2 months, whatever the heck that was. That was the best he had to give. He has nothing left. So as you're in sorrow, sad that this isn't going forward, recognize that you dodged a bullet. And the longing you're feeling for him is longing for a person who does not exist. Because what he showed you in that beautiful early time when it was so good doesn't exist. That is like, that's as long as he can sustain that. Yeah, he even said that most dates don't make it to date 2 because he doesn't have stuff in common. But I think he's not realizing it's him. Yes. So you will go on to meet other people, have a wonderful life, all of that. He's going to do this over and over and over again and never figure it out until hopefully he does. I mean, I think it would be good for him to figure it out. But for you, like, that ship has sailed. I'm so sorry. It's a heartbreak, but move on. Could have been so much worse. Sorry to say. All right. Okay, now who is next? Oh, I remember who's next. It's Mediha Ness. There you are. I see you. Sorry, I went right to your comment. And yes, thank you, Wendy. Oh, I just hope deep down he was genuinely sorry. Vanna, he can't be because he doesn't know he did anything wrong. Unintentional villain is almost worse than flat out plotting our demise because it's so confusing. That was my latest X2 3 years ago, and that's not... No! Okay, I am right with you, Ness, but I'm with Anna for a minute. No, it's not a coincidence. This is you liking that initial love bombing. This is you wanting that beautiful connection and believing it. When someone comes in that strong, you got to give it the stink eye. You got to say, okay, I'm in. This is good, but I'm not giving you my heart for quite some time because we're going to see if you can sustain this. That's your lesson in this, Vanna, for sure. Thank you. My first reading on Twitch was fun. Yay. Okay, Ness, here we go. My 3,000, my 3 millionth reading on YouTube. Here we go. How many readings have I done on YouTube over the years, man? It's so freaking many. It's so good. I love it. Ness, thank you for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for using members-only emojis. I'd like to find out which of my chakras are out of balance and how to bring back balance. Cool. Cool. Oh, it is all sacral for you. Oh, that was your comment, Nick. Cool, though. It works. It worked for all of us. No, that was good. That was good. I was taking it off my screen so I couldn't see, but thank you. You were right there in the conversation. It was perfect. It was perfect. Yes. Yes. Oh, so Nick, right. So yeah, for you. So okay. So maybe that applied to Vanna, maybe it didn't. Applies to both of you. But there it is. So yeah, a little confusing for me, but that's okay because the message is clear. And with all of these kinds of readings, you take what fits and what doesn't fit, you don't take. And even if it's someone else's reading, if it fits you, it's for you. So Vanna, sorry for my confusion, but I still think I got something there. Yeah, Nick and Vanna have a connection. That's true. That's true. Okay. Good, 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 good. So Ness, this is so clear to me. It's sacral. It's your sacral chakra. It's having your homeland and your family so far away. It's worry about your kids and worry about your household and just trying to create and do everything that you do. But feeling stymied in so much of it and feeling sad in so much of it. So Ness, I think sacral chakra is really where you need to put your attention. And what to do with that. Recognize, first of all, that you're not responsible for fixing everything. You're not responsible for fixing all the things. And recognize how important your creativity is. And also recognize that the longing that you feel to be in two places at once, that bifurcation that happens for people who live in two countries, is very, very real and very hurtful. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's also a great joy and a great privilege, but it affects everything. All right. Now, Heather Roberts. So good to see you. Will healing childhood trauma center then in the root chakra or a bit in all of them? I mean, and that's a question for all of us. Oh, Sailor Dune, thank you for following. We appreciate you. Really appreciate it. Okay, so that's probably not a question for a reading. And I'm going to say it's going to depend, but it could be all of them. Hey, Sailor, I am taking questions. Feel free to put a question in. I'll hop right on over. I've got a lot of questions on YouTube. I'm simulcasting, but I will hop right on over and pick you up. So please do. Okay, I will get to that in just a minute, Sailor. Got it. Right, another clever name, Sailor Dune. Yeah, so what am I learning from Twitch? People on Twitch have really fun names. That's what I'm learning. Okay. Okay, so Heather, I don't think this is a reading. I think it's a question. Healing childhood trauma center that in the root chakra or a bit of all of them depends on I will do this as a reading. For you, it's all 7, my friend, all 7. I think you may have another question coming, but all 7. Oh, Nick, I will never skip you. Oh, no, you don't get, no, you don't get out of it, but thank you for your kindness, but no. Okay, so over to Twitch with Sailor Dune. Will you hear back from Tyler? There is so much more to this story. There is so much more to this story. One question at a time. If you want a different question, Sailor Dune, go ahead. Because I'm going to say, with hearing back from Tyler, oh, this is fine. Okay. Hearing back from Tyler, there's a whole thing here. There is a whole thing here. Tyler is friendly and interesting, and yes, you might hear from him. I would advise, do not give him your heart. Do not give him your heart, I would advise. Because there's all these people here who also have his heart. He's an interesting person, but I'd say be careful here. So yeah, you might, but I'm almost hoping that you don't. Yes, we are building our collective collectively, and we're actually doing that by reaching beyond YouTube, because I've got Streamlabs now, so I can. He ghosted and said he was dealing with depression, and it was romantic. Yeah. So thanks for that. And I believe there probably is a mental health issue. That's probably real. But Nick, yes, he sounds like an F-boy. Yes, that's also true. And I bet I think it's true, but I bet it's a line he uses a lot. So, and he uses it to garner sympathy and excusal, forgiveness. Excusal is not a word. Forgiveness. So he gets sympathy and forgiveness by saying, I just can't, I have depression. But I think he uses that a lot, and I think it gets him where he wants to be a lot. I'm so sorry. I know it's hard, but I'd leave him alone. Yeah, I felt we were growing really close. Then he shut down. Oh yeah, and I think what was happening. You were having two different relationships there. Nothing physical happened just as well. You were having two different relationships there. So you may hear from him again, but don't give him your heart. You were never as close as you thought you were. I'm sorry, that sounds so mean. I don't mean it to be mean. I just know that he processed it differently. Okay. And the fact that nothing physical happened, I think is interesting, because he does seem like an F-boy, but he could be an emotional F-boy. There are a lot of people who get enough from that emotional, let me make you interested, and they don't have to commit. They don't have to take their clothes off. They don't have to do anything vulnerable. But by making you interested, that's his thrill. That's his thrill of the kill. So, yeah, he said he wanted to take it slowly, which I appreciate. Like, I'm glad it didn't happen. But I think that's where his thrill comes from, is just getting the interest. All right, so I'm so sorry. I know that's really hard. But yeah, even if he does reach out, I would not trust him. I would wish him well. That's so gross. I know. Because it's mental manipulation. Damn straight it is. Yes. And maybe it's intentional, maybe it's inadvertent, but he is definitely focused on himself, not on anyone else. You can do better, my friend, I promise. Promise. All right. Where am I now? Oh, and Heather wants to know, how does sacral chakra relate to family? Because it's the womb in women. And so, right, Nick, F-boy isn't limited to sex in my mind. Right, that's true. So, right, because it's anyone just going in for that quick dopamine hit, whatever's given the dopamine. So, Heather, how does sacral chakra relate to family? Because it's where the womb is. It's our connection to our mother. So there it is. Nick is next. Wendy, you're the best. Thank you so much. What a good moderator. Okay, Nick, no escape. In regards to my chakras, may I ask what the general status of mind currently are, and what practice action would best serve to rebalance? Honestly, you're not as messed up as you think you are. Like, one of your things is thinking you're more messed up than you are. But I think a lot of it is processing. I'm going to say the loss of your mom. Like, I think, again, sacral root, like, I'm going to say first three for you. And a lot of it has to do with the loss of mom. A lot of it has to do with physical and emotional issues and disabilities. And just processing all of that is so freaking difficult. But I'm also going to say you're not as messed up as you thought. I'm going to say that too. Okay. And Wendy, you're up next. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. And thanks for being a great moderator. Love the newsletter. Thank you. What chakras do I need to work with more? How can I best heal and fix the chakras that need work? Okay. Well, we're going for the bottom 3, but focusing on ultimately that solar plexus where your will is. But also the heart in terms of how you connect with others. So here's how it is for you, Wendy. First chakra, about having what you need. Second chakra, around family and all the family connections. Third chakra, most importantly, around will, but then also heart, around connecting with others and building trustworthy connections. This part, I think you're good-ish. Sailor, I usually don't do this, Sailor Dune, but I'm going to go ahead just because I'm so stoked to be new on Twitch, you know? So I'm going to go do this for you. How I see stuff going for your art business that you're relaunching, you have to be patient. It's going to take time. It's a lot of work, long haul. Be dedicated to the long haul, and it will be good. Your work is good, and this is the right thing to do. Okay. Martha, you're seeing some changes. Okay. Who's next? Where are we? Okay, we did Nick. We did Wendy. Vincularius, Renata, so good to see you. So Heather, going back to Heather Roberts for a minute. For you, your childhood trauma, did I do that as a reading? I don't know if I did. And that was your question. I'm now seeing that was your question. So I just want to go back to Heather Roberts for a minute and clean that up a little bit. And I'm going to say a bit of all. It is a bit of all. Just to make sure. Okay. So here we go. Here we go. Kathy, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your kind words about the newsletter. Annalena, you're working on being more confident with your voice. That's so important. And Kathy, you had a similar experience with Reiki. That is so cool. Hey, Liz, good to see you. Liz Harrison, thanks for being a member for more than a year. This goes along with my Monday card, in which I've been backsliding and many old insecurities have resurfaced. I'm trying to give it a voice and understand it, and I'm also humbled by the discomfort. What can I do to work with this misalignment to regain the strength and joy I have fought for? First of all, no shame. No shame. This happens. You know, healing isn't linear. It's always up and down. Oh my gosh, it's Joyous Ocean's birthday. Happy birthday, Joyous Ocean. So we have to recognize that. No shame in the healing journey. And to work with this misalignment, what if we didn't call it misalignment? What if we didn't call it misalignment? What if we called it the natural progression of healing? And recognize that you're going to go up, you're going to go down, you backslide, forward slide here and there. And if I see it, I'm going to call you on it, but not to shame you, just to remind you to move toward the light, my friend. So I'm going to say don't characterize it as a misalignment. Characterize it as a normal healing journey. What can you do to support yourself during this normal healing journey. Solar plexus, the solar plexus chakra. So yellow, solar plexus meditation, fire, working with fire, burn a yellow candle. One second. Hey, Ramona, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Who's up next? I am scrolling through. So many good conversations here. Renata, Quinn Kilharius, you're up next. And I just overscrolled, so I have to go back and find you. Divine Timing, you are very welcome. Second. Nick, maybe we can combine our powers to heal lower chakras in mass. You know, that's a really good idea, actually. Send me a message. It's a good idea. Okay, Renata, Quinn Kilharius, good to see you. What chakra do I need to strengthen, take care of in this moment? Sorry, all of them. All of them. Yes, Ramona, put you in queue and I will get to you as soon as I get to you. So thank you so much. Yes, that's exactly right. It's exactly how it works. Oh my goodness. Am I getting a recommendation to Stream Boo? I have never even heard of that one. Okay. So. I hate to say it, Renata, but I think it's all of them. I think you need to do basic chakra meditation, balancing, light up all 7, all of it. Candy B, are my chakras out of balance? Yeah. Third eye. I feel like you're not trusting your third eye. Thank you, Nick. I feel like you're not trusting your third eye enough. Trust your intuition. Find your intuition. Learn what the voice of your intuition is. And then you can learn to trust it. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Seem to be where I need to be. Here we go. Okay, Talk. So good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And I hope the baby is well. I've been slipping into some postpartum depression, understood, and stress with finances, career, and our dog has a big lump on his leg. We're waiting for results back. Just a lot, and I don't feel a lot and don't feel I can carry it. Yeah. You know, it's not comforting for me to say, well, every new mother feels that way, but it's also true. But let's take a look. What's going on? Let's see what's going on. I mean, it's real. I think the postpartum depression is real, and it's separate from the other issues. The advice here, Kay, is talk to your doctor specifically about the postpartum depression. The other issues. Now, the dog, can we all send some good energy to Kay's dog, please, with the lump on its leg? Like, that's the last thing you needed right now. You will get news soon. And I think it may be good news, but also expensive news. So that's a little concerning. And when we look at the finances, Kay, that is an issue that's going to need to be worked out. And I feel like it shouldn't primarily be on you to work it out, but it may end up being that way. So hang in there, but see your doctor. Will it all be okay? It's going to take time. It's going to take time. You do have friends, and your husband really wants to help and do better, and I think he will. Talk to your doctor. Ask friends for help. You'll get there. It will be okay. Okay. Teresa, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Thanks for using members only emojis, and thanks for being a moderator. I'd like to know about my root and throat chakra. I had thyroid related autoimmune and PTSD issues, and I correlated that to trauma and throat and root chakra imbalance. Do the cards agree? Interesting. My thought would agree. Yeah, I am working on that, Wendy, for sure. For sure. I want to make a healing kitty and a healing puppy, because we have both. Okay, so Teresa, do the cards agree that that's what was going on? Oh, absolutely, yes. And also, like with the throat, like the suppression of your voice. That's really what it is. Suppression of your voice suppresses the throat chakra, suppresses the thyroid. Like, I really do believe that's a direct correlation. Yes. Claire C., so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. What chakra healing will, and thanks for using members only emojis. What chakra healing will help the asthma or whatever is interfering with my breathing? Heart. And when we look at the heart, there is, I think, some unhealed and unreleased grief in the heart. So yeah, I think that's the thing. Healing the heart is what is needed. Teresa, you are very welcome. Jackie Masters, it's so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Thanks for using members only emojis. Are my chakras in balance? And if not, which ones aren't? What can I do? Wait a minute. It's the root, Jackie. We're back at the root. It's the root. I would say root chakra meditation, wear red underwear. It's the root. That will help you. And that's also really going to help you as you look at making a career shift. Christine Hallowell, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Which chakra is my strongest and which one do I need to work on? Honestly, your crown chakra is great. Like, I think you really connect to spirit very, very well. The throat is the one you need to work on. Being able to say your truth and communicate what you need to communicate confidently. That's the one. Autumn Pond, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Chakra checkup for you. Okay. Autumn Pond, chakra checkup. Yeah. Let's take a look. You know, you actually connect with the people you love very nicely. I would work on root and solar plexus specifically. Those are the two that I think will support you most. TJ and GA, good to see you. Oh, you've been doing a daily chakra meditation since you were 30. But because I'm so used to it, I might be too close to the process and using it to say to myself that I'll balance out with daily practice. Well, it does help. It really does help. But those two things could use a little extra right now. Okay. TJ and GA, bring more balance to your chakras. Be careful about what you're telling yourself. Because basically, when we internally tell stories about ourselves that are not supportive or shit talk ourselves, that dysregulates things. So be clear in your intentions and be clear in your self-talk. And I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying be extra focused there. Liz Moore, so good to see you. What insight does Spirit want me to know? That you don't have to worry about whatever you choose to do, and you don't have to do what other people want you to do. You can do what you want to do. Solar plexus. Yeah, yeah, Rebecca, each situation is very different for sure. Joyce Ocean, good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. What do I need to do? And happy birthday tomorrow. Everyone say happy early birthday to Joyce Ocean. Hopefully she'll be here tomorrow, but you never know. Or maybe even tonight at our members only live stream on YouTube. Hey, Facebook. We've got someone on Facebook. Missy Lynn, haven't seen you in the longest. So good to see you. Yes. Put in a question. I'll be happy to answer it, Missy. Absolutely. Okay. Joyous Ocean. My question is, what do I need to do to balance those chakras, and particularly between the right and left side of my body where I feel out of alignment? Out of alignment financially and physically, and tomorrow is my birthday. And again, on YouTube, members only live stream, 7 p.m. The link is already up. So what you need to do, Joyous Ocean, believe it or not, is a lot of yoga. And I think you teach yoga. Make sure you take classes as well. You probably are right now. But honestly, I think yoga is going to be the most helpful thing. Did you know that the Hanged Man is the card of yoga? So not only in teaching yoga, but in your own yoga practice, I think will really do that for you. And a birthday card for Joyous Ocean in case we don't see her tonight or tomorrow. You need to know that you deserve good things, and that is a chakra issue. A lot of your thing is not recognizing on a deep level. On a conscious level, you do, but on a subconscious level, you do not recognize that you need good things, and you deserve good things, and you're capable of good things, and you should have all the good things you want. This year, bring that fully into your body, mind, and spirit, and all those good things will happen, or some of them, likely. Okay. Unidentifiable. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. You are in queue. Okay. And Joyous Ocean, root and sacral makes a lot of sense, just given your family history. That makes so much sense. Yes. Martha Vink, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Hang on a minute. Found you, and then I lost you. And Martha Vink, here we go. Found you. Wendy, just heart and sacral, most predominantly for you. Oh, and Wendy, thanks for dropping the link to the members only live for tonight. Okay. Martha Vink, thanks for being a member for more than a year. Jackie, you are very welcome. Martha, what chakras might be stuck and how can I unstick them? Your crown chakra is awesome, and that has to do with the fact that you spend so much of your life in prayer and ministry. The rest have questions. So be grateful for your connection to higher power. And what can you do to bring the rest into balance? A lot of it is about being kind to yourself, breathing, speaking sweetly to yourself, not feeling like you have to carry the weight of the world all the time. That will help. Okay, JJM2711 on Twitch. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I am taking questions if you'd like to ask a question. Over on Facebook, oh, Missy Lynn, it is so great to see you. Your aunt has been very sick. She's on her way to passing and is ready to go. My question would be, is she waiting for something? So before she goes, is there anything she needs, anything she's waiting for? That's a very kind question for her. Thank you. And the answer is, does she have a kid that she has not seen yet, a younger member of her family that she has not seen yet? Perhaps one who has been through a lot of difficulty. And so there is perhaps someone that she would like to see that she has not seen yet. Do you have any sense of who that might be? And if she cannot see that person, both of her kids have been by her side, so it's not them. Any idea who else it might be? Maybe what she needs from the kids is they need to say to her that they will be fine. I think she may worry that they won't be fine without her. But I also wonder, is there a grandkid? Is there another niece or nephew that she wants to see? I'm not sure. But I think she may need reassurance that her kids will be fine. Oh, JJM, thank you for letting me know that. I really appreciate it. Not sure. I'm using Streamlabs and really doing this for the first time, so it's possible that there is a problem. Thank you for letting me know. Really appreciate it. Okay. So now, Christine, you knew I was going to say throat chakra. That's so good. Okay. So let's see, where am I? Okay, so I accidentally overscrolled. Tara Whittaker says, we are working things out. Thanks for the heads up. That lets everyone know who Tara Whittaker is. It makes sense, right? Thank you. Okay, scrolling through. Joyous Ocean just did you. Just did Martha. Raymona, it's good to see you. Thanks for your patience. Was wondering if I'd be able to successfully pitch my film scripts this year. That is so exciting. And thanks for being here and thanks for your patience. You know, I talk to a lot of people in the film industry. And I know Hollywood, I mean, the film industry is not just Hollywood anymore. I know the film industry has been weird for a while, but let's take a look and see what we got. And my question is, are you hoping to pitch them for do you want to go direct to streaming? Are you looking for feature film? There's some questions there that I have just out of curiosity, but let's take a look and see what comes up in the cards. You've been working on this for a long time, diligently and appropriately, and you have real skill. You'd love to pitch your feature. Yeah, there you go. You've been working for a long time. You have something good here. And the thing is, you could pitch and get it shot down. But if you pitched and got it shot down, you would also get valuable information. And then you could pitch to someone else. There's an opportunity here for you. There is opportunity here for you. So do not be afraid. Do not be afraid of rejection. We all get rejection. That's life. But you keep going until you get what you want. And then the question is, will the script be honored, or will they make you change everything so it doesn't even look like your script? There will be changes, but I think the integrity of your script will be honored. So that's exciting. Oh, Wendy, you do a solar light meditation every morning, and I always feel like it helps my crown chakra. I bet it does. Okay, scrolling through. All right. Believe it or not, my friends, on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, I believe that I've answered every question. And what that means is that if you have asked a question and have not received an answer, please reiterate, because I'm so sorry I did not see it. It is also last call for readings, y'all. If you're here and you have not asked a question, do it now. So I will be back on YouTube and very likely Facebook and Twitch tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed you. I'm so sorry. Unidentifiable was in that moment unidentifiable, even though I had said hello to you. So please excuse me for missing you. What's something Spirit wants me to know? Spirit wants you to know that now is a really important time to cultivate good relationships around you that are fun, loving, and trustworthy. And if you're trying to turn something that is not trustworthy into something trustworthy, it will not work. So lean into what is fun, companionable, and trustworthy. All right. Pav, good to see you. I do have time. Would love to ask when my financial situation will transform. I think you have to do some things to transform it, but if you do those things, you will see improvement within the next 3 months. All right. So on YouTube, we have a members only live stream tonight, 7 o'clock. Wendy has dropped a link in the chat. And there is also a link already up on the channel. Join us at 7 p.m. Eastern if you're a member. If you're not a member, consider being a member now so you can join us then. I will be back tomorrow with your Friday weekly wrap up. I really appreciate all of you. A special shout out to the members and the moderators on YouTube. Really, really appreciate you. And welcome to our new friends on Facebook and Twitch. And have a great time. You know, one thing you want to know is I am available for readings. You can sit with me for a private reading as long as you speak English, because I only have one language, wherever you are in the world. We can work by Zoom, phone, WhatsApp, FaceTime, you name it. I also have an office in Stuart, Florida, where I can see you in person. So reach out and book your reading. And I will look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you so much.